All right, Coach, that's a pretty convincing win, but a couple of key points that I feel like you really did really well tonight, namely in the rebounding. I don't have a final stat sheet in front of me, but I know it was a very lopsided margin. I know that was one of your keys coming into the game, but kind of overall, how do you feel like we did in all different aspects tonight?
Well, overall, really good. I mean, we talk a lot about the process, doing little things right, and if you do the little things right, the results will take care of themselves. And rebounding was huge. I think we out-rebounded them by 40-some. And defensively, we did what we needed to do. We still gave up a lot of points, and she's a really good player. And there's things we could do better, but there always is. We're never going to play the perfect game. We just want to strive for it. But again, go back to those little things. We had a really good assist-to-turnover ratio today, and that just means we're taking care of the ball and we're finding the open person. I thought the second half especially, we moved the ball a little bit better, took advantage in transition sometimes, probably got the ball to high post a lot better in the second half than we did in the first half, which, again, those things help. That shooting percentage, the field goal percentage in the second half was much better, and that all of those things are a result. The field goal percentage is a result of doing those little things that then end up being a made basket or the score that we see, that kind of thing.
You had talked about a little bit the offense. It seemed like we very early stages kind of took a little bit of time to get into a rhythm, but once we did, we closed out that first quarter strong and then never really looked back. What do you think was key for us offensively tonight?
Well, like you said, I feel like in the first 5 to 6 minutes of the game, we were kind of feeling things out. We settled for the open shot outside. Then later in the game, we started getting the ball to the high post, low post, pushing the ball up the floor and taking advantage of things in transition. So all of those help us eventually. And after we feel them out a little bit, and okay, this doesn't work, but let's do this. And that's a credit to the team. They did a good job of adjusting and then recognizing what works and what doesn't. So they did a really good job of executing. And I thought overall our effort was good. And again, doing those little things really pays off. I mean, Mandy's sitting here with 20-some rebounds, so that's huge.
One thing I noticed, particularly from the bench play tonight, was you guys came in and it seemed like the production level didn't go down at all. We kept the foot on the gas. So just talk to me about how you guys coming in off the bench, even when you're up by 20 points, what your mentality has to be to every time you step on the floor.
Well, a lot of our mentality is just because we are maybe winning by a lot or switching out players to the bench players, whatever, we just keep going and try to stay steady as a team, and we really did well as a team and kept going. And even though there's a times we could have just played easier or just kind of given up, but I thought we did very well with keeping up to the level that we've been trying to work on.
What do you think? I mean, particularly after coming from last game where disappointing loss, we really struggled, and coming into this game losing 3 of our last 4. How big was this win tonight?
It was good for us mentally, I think, a lot, because after a few of those hard games we've had, it was good for a break, and so we can just let loose and figure out what our team is like structurally and try to get back together, and just fun to play together.
Okay, Mandy, let's talk about that rebounding night. I think, according to the stats I looked at, 25 rebounds, 20 points on the night. I don't have official stats, but I think you were close to out-rebounding their whole team by yourself.
Yeah.
So just, talk to me about the mindset coming in, knowing that Coach was emphasizing that we needed to get the rebounds. We knew we had that advantage, and how you were able to take advantage of that.
Well, really, I just knew we got to work hard. They're pretty scrappy players, so they'll come in and try to get the ball from you. So going in, I just knew we all need to work together as a team and work hard to box out and make sure there's nobody on the inside of us to get the rebound from us.
We really forced them defensively, I felt like, into a lot of tough shots in the lane and/or shots from the outside. They really didn't have any, that I can remember, any pretty easy looks at the basket. So defensively, how do you think we played tonight?
I think we did pretty good. There was a couple times we got a little lost, but overall, I think we worked pretty well together, and we just didn't give up. So,
As we move forward from this one, obviously we got Pensacola coming up on Saturday, which is, I mean, it's a real tough place to play down there. In their building, you know, they're going to be fired up, ready to go. What do we take, you know, from tonight into Saturday?
well, we really just got to keep working together, keep each other encouraged, and we got to work hard. It's not going to be easy, but as long as we're working together and we're not getting down on ourselves, I think we'll be okay.
All right, Coach, kind of the same question to you as we wrap up here. You know, key things that you take from tonight that were good improvements, and, you know, knowing that the tough environment we're going to play in on Saturday, what's it going to take to get a tough road win?
Well, composure. You know, when we go there, it is a fun place to play. It's loud and crazy, and you know, they're going to be gunning for us, obviously. Maintaining composure and just, you know, a little what we talked about tonight, where we make sure that we don't let the pressure or anything that anybody else is doing dictate to us what we want to do. We want to execute our game plan. And so tonight was a good, you know, starting point to refocus and say, here's who we are and what we do. Rebounds are going to be huge, ball control, you know, turnovers. And then just taking what the defense gives us, which I thought tonight we did a pretty good job of adjusting at times, not settling, and just trying to execute our game plan. That's going to be huge on Saturday.